Algebra 2 students that can struggle with some of this on these algebraic phrases. So let's make sure you guys get it. We have to know what a lot of these vocab words are. So I do want you to write this sentence down in your notes. Okay, so write this sentence right here. The sum of a number and -4. Okay, so important vocab word is sum. What does sum mean? Yeah, the answer to an addition problem. Good. So if we know what that means, that helps. So we have the sum of a number and -4. What do we use for a number? A variable. So we're going to use n. All right, so the sum of a variable and -4 would be n plus -4. Do I have to put plus a negative? No, I can just put n minus 4. I would count you correct either way. All right, so that means the sum of a number and -4. Nope. All right, write that down. A number reduced by 4. So what, anyone raise your hand if you know what reduced by means, Evie? It means subtract. All right, so you might want to, again, put that in your notes. Think subtract. So who could tell me what we should write? A number reduced by 4, Aaron?
N minus 4.
Yeah, n minus 4. Good. All right, now we got a little bit harder one. Write this one down. The sum of the opposite of a number and -3. Let's go. Hustle up, hustle up. All right, what does sum mean? Okay, we're going to add the opposite of a number and -3. So we're adding the opposite of a number and -3. What would I put for the opposite of a number? Somebody who hasn't gone yet. Isaac? Good. Negative. What variable are we using? N. All right, so if you see the opposite of a number, think negative. So this is -n. And we're doing the sum, so plus -3. All right, and again, we don't need to have plus a negative. We can just put -n minus 3. So sum means add and subtract kind of too, because you can add a negative and it really means subtract, right? I know that's confusing, but plus a negative. Okay, Nick?
What if the opposite first number is negative? Or do you always the first number always just like say you find
Question. All right, let's try another one. Maybe we'll get things more cleared up. I don't know. All right, so let's try this one. Write it down. The sum of a number and 7. So Holly, what do you think for the sum of a number and 7? Yep, that was easy. Okay, all right, write this one down. The sum of a number and -7. Okay, Haley, what do you think for this one? Yep, n plus -7, and instead of plus negative, Julia, what can I write? Yep, you could just put that. All right. All right, 7 greater than a number. We did reduced by a number, right? Reduced by a number. So greater than, Jacob, what do you think that means? Yeah, n plus 7. Good job. Okay, 7 greater than a number. Whenever you do greater than, it goes after the number, all right? Or less than. That's confusing. But always, 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 even though this is first in the sentence, it goes second in the expression, okay? That's something you have to kind of just remember. All right, a number increased by 7. Thomas? There you go. N plus 7. All right. Now let's try some more. 7 less than a number. Okay, less than is tricky. Write this one down. It's really important. I have Algebra 2 students who miss this. So you guys make sure you pay attention with less than. It's like greater than, where it has to come after. So 7 less than a number, remember it goes after. Who thinks they could write this? Maddie? There you go. N minus 7. All right, so it's not in order of the sentence. It goes after. Make sense? All right. A number decreased by 7. That goes in order of the sentence. Somebody who hasn't gone yet. Harrison? Yep, that's easy. N minus 7. The product of a number and 7. New vocab word, right? You guys know product. I mean, I think. Okay. Mark, what do you think? Yeah, product means multiply. So it would be n times 7, but normally, where do we put the coefficient? In front of the variable. So when it's the product of two things, put the number first. Make sense? Okay. All right, twice a number. You're going to see that. Twice a number. Somebody who hasn't gone yet, Zach? Yeah, 2 times n. That's easy. Twice a number. 2 times n. Okay, all things you're going to see. Yeah, Isaac. And this one, 9 times the opposite of a number. We're combining a couple things. 9 times the opposite of a number. Anyone else have an idea? Devin?
That'd be negative n times 9.
That would be. Where should we put the 9?
In front.
In front. Are you guys paying attention? Okay, good. One more thing. The negative goes in front. Otherwise, it looks weird. So you actually want to do it like this. Make sure you wrote this one down. 9 times the opposite of a number. So yes, you have a negative n. Pull the negative out in front. Okay? So, negative 9n. Okay. The sum of twice a number and negative 8. What does sum mean? Okay, answer to addition problem. Twice a number. What's twice a number? 2n and negative 8. So we have twice a number, and we're doing the sum of that and negative 8. When you're adding a negative, you can just put minus 8. Right? Riley?
Well, that was my question. Like, why don't you call it addition?
Okay, great. All right, 5 times the sum of twice a number and negative 8. Okay, 5 times the sum. This one's hard. Write this one down. Okay, we just did this piece right here. The sum of twice a number and negative 8, right? Peyton, what did we get for the sum of twice a number and negative 8? Good. So all we need to do is what? To add on this beginning part. Harper, what do you think? Multiply by 5. And can I just put that like that? What do we have to do? Yeah, it's actually multiplying to the entire thing. Okay? So it's when it says 5 times the sum, you're multiplying it times the sum, which means the whole thing. Okay? So 5 times the sum, use parentheses, and then we should be good to go. Okay, yay.